We ran a poll in our Facebook community this week about the biggest challenges people are facing to get started or to scale their property portfolio. And the one that came out on top this week was the lack of capital. In the last 23 years that I've been in property and the last 11 where I've been training and helping people, it is consistently the biggest objection, the biggest hurdle people feel that they need to overcome to get started or to go bigger in their property business. So naturally people think, well, I can't invest in property until I have enough capital to do so. But in actual fact, how the elite investors operate is the complete opposite of that. They become absolute masters of raising money, not saving money, raising money. I get how hard that is because when I started, it was a huge mental block. I don't have the money, I don't have the money, I don't have the money. And actually, if you were to just take that thought away from your mind and start looking at property investing as if you have the money, as if you know the money is there, then it starts changing the actions that you take. You need to actually learn how to find deals that stack up before you have the money. And understanding the difference between a bog standard property that's you're going to get a yield on, or a property that you're going to make your money right at purchase, that you can get an infinite return on your investment. Okay, because they're very, very different. You can use institutional money. Traditionally, that would be mortgages. You can have personal loans, you can have company loans, you can have overdrafts, and institutional money, which requires credit checks, loan agreements, lots of paperwork. Then you've got private money. And by far, this is my favorite because you have an infinite availability of private money. These are just ordinary people living their lives that have a little bit of savings in the bank, and they recognize that their money in the bank is giving them 0.01% return. They have a problem with that because their money is effectively eroding away because of the rate of inflation that we have right now. So if inflation is at over 3% and their rate of return is at less than 1%, it doesn't take a genius to work out that their money is actually losing value on a kind of yearly basis. You can offer them a solution to that money problem by giving them a return of, say, 5% on their money. You're taking their savings, you're investing in your property, you're either refinancing or selling, and you're giving them their money back. It's a win-win. Everyone wins there. You are starting or scaling your property business, and they're getting a better return than they would do if they had that money just sat in the bank. Let's face it, most people are taught to save for a rainy day. And then the rainy day comes and they don't, this is the rainy day. They don't know what to do with the money. There are only three vehicles to create wealth, and that is property, businesses, or stock market. So in order to get their money working really hard for them, they have to be investing in one of those three vehicles. And most people don't know how to do that. So you could help them by saying, I'll take your money for a short period of time, be it 6, 8, 9, 12 months. You're going to get your money back, plus you're going to get this return. Who wouldn't want that opportunity, particularly if you can offer security on that asset that you're purchasing? So everything hinges on the quality of the deal that you're purchasing. If you've got a property that you're purchasing that you can't refinance or sell to make a profit, then you can't borrow someone else's money. It's as simple as that. So quality of deal is way more important than actually having capital. And if you can get your heads around that, that will really, really help you get started or scale to bigger stuff, right? That is a skill, and it's not something you can just do overnight, because obviously the institution that you're borrowing the money from, or the private individual that you're raising the money from, will need to have comfort that you know what you're doing. So some kind of track record would help, or could you leverage off someone else's track record, for example? So to every single problem, there's a solution. And until you get your head around the fact that everyone's got to start somewhere, and nobody starts with hundreds of thousands of pounds in the bank. Nobody starts with tens of thousands of pounds in the bank. And in fact, the people that I've met over the last 15 years that do have lots of money in the bank, they tend not to buy very good deals because they're lazy. They're not as resourceful in really hustling to find the quality deals. So they kind of go hand in hand. That ability to find quality deals over here and to raise money over there are absolutely your two main skills as a property investor. So if you want to really excel in investing in property, those are the only two things you should really focus on. And if you don't know how to do it, then you need to learn, right? You need to educate yourself. You need to get into a network of people who are doing this day in, day out. And that's how I did it. I spent 10 years in the property game, did it wrong, right? Saving and using my savings as a deposit to buy a house. And then I'd save some more, use those savings to buy another one. And it was a very, very slow, laborious process. And I thought I was doing the right thing because you don't know what you don't know, right? And it wasn't until I got myself in a room with people who were buying 5 or 6 deals a month that I was like, whoa, what's going on here? How are they doing that? They must have so much money to do that. That you start learning the tips and the tricks and the techniques that professionals use and how these entrepreneurs can, scale multi-million-pound businesses and then sell it and maybe move on to another one and then have another multi-million-pound business in 2 years' time, right? That's not coincidence. They use techniques and systems that you can use in the property industry or in the stock market or in businesses. So this is the type of stuff that I'm really passionate about. And if I can just help one or two of you stop fixating on the problem, be it that you can't get properties at the right price or that you don't have the capital or you don't have the confidence, whatever it is, if you can overcome all of these little obstacles and problems, you'll find that the results that you get out at the back end will be far greater than anything you've ever set yourself. Hope you have a great evening, folks. Lovely to see you. Take care.